In the bottom left side, we got ourselves a blue Terran player fighting for Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. The Brave Star. There it is. Lovely. Alright. Is this live? Yes, it is, Eunice. Eunice 2819. And if it wasn't, well, then you would be very impressed with me just saying your name. It's not just Zest that can see into the future. Alright, top right side, Red Zerg. Fighting for the Afrika Freaks. He is ARMANI. We're quite a bit of a delay as well earlier on today because of it being a live event as well. This match is going to be lit. I hope so. I hope so. They better make it lit. Jeez. Oh, it's up in their hands. It's up in their hands. Armani and Dream, both two players that are on the uppers. Going, well, that sounded weird. They're on the rise, is what I'm trying to say. Having some steep climbs in a League like recently. It's gonna be quite a show to see them go up head to head against one another. Oh, getting a drone there. Alright. Armani. Armani's seeming a little bit slow today. It's not something that is supposed to happen, Armani. Not gonna lose the Zergling, though. To be fair, I probably would have lost more than just a single drone. Would have found a way to lose the Queen as well. Personally. Probably would have been a drone that killed it as well. That was a misclick. But you know what? Now we're here. We may as well watch it for a moment. Put it away again. Make it look like it was planned. Alright, Dream. How is he going to approach this? Is he also going to go for the Hellion Banshee opening? Actually going to start off with a Viking here. I'm going to try to go for some Overlord hunting. Not a bad call. Oh, losing the Reaper here as well, actually. It was a little bit far forwards. Is this an official game? I'm not quite sure what you mean with this, Orange. Official game. What would you understand as an official game? Like, are they getting money from this? Yeah, they are. Single Queen on the ramp there will be able to stop those Hellions from advancing here. Very, very good emergency reaction here from Armani. We'll be able to shut down the advancements of those Hellions. A little bit of lost mining time, I suppose, but nothing worse than that. Nothing else happening right there. Small blue dip being enjoyed there by Dream. Nothing much else. 2 barracks and a 3rd command center on the way. The Viking finds the other Overlord. And Dream is just going to go into a very, very standard kind of macro opening here. The one that we kind of start from Bunny earlier on as well versus Armani. Although Bunny was playing a bit more safe, getting a Banshee or 2 as well. Never quite getting aggressive with the Banshees, but always getting those Banshees in case there was some sort of a roach attack. It's still a tournament, yeah. It's not a tournament where you can get EPT ranking and scoring and such, but it's still a tournament with quite a bit of money on the line, right? And that is still the main reason why these players play this game as a professional, right? It's to earn money. And it may not be the biggest cash prize in the world. It's still a very valuable thing for these players to do, right? A lot of these players are not going to win DreamHack. A lot of these players are not going to win GSL because, well, you can only have a single winner there. So you need to have these sort of type of tournaments that these players can partake in. They can hone their skill, they can improve, they can continuously be admired by all the viewers, seeing all their great potential and their great skill. We get a bit of a pre-taste at what they might be able to bring in those sort of big tournaments coming up. Like, for example, Bunny right now, right? We had the overall advantage to maybe some other players or other viewers that are going to be seeing the GSL, and suddenly they're going to be potentially amazed with, like, wow, Bunny is suddenly playing very smart, isn't he? He's not just doing doom drops anymore. He's actually doing a lot of clever maneuvers here. Maybe able to beat some of these best players overall. Which is always what I kind of like to see, you know. Sometimes it's a fortunate position being able to catch this many games with my own eyes, being able to commentate it overall, and then very, very occasionally suddenly see something in the GSL where Artosis is like absolutely going on about some sort of strategy that a player is showing, and it's like, wow, this is amazing, this is so cool, and I'm like, yes, I saw this before. He did this in my tournaments. Well, I say my tournament, the Alpha X tournament, right? It's really not my tournament at all, really. I'm just here to show it to you guys. Alright, bit of interchange here. Bit surprised that the Banelings are coming this far off of creep. Losing a lot of the Zerglings there. Did he clean up a lot of the Terran forces as well? No, not really. Not really. +2/+2 is on the way. Actually, oh my god, he's going to get a double upgrade advantage here. Now, this is the biggest difference that we're seeing from ARMANI in the games between him and Bunny and the games versus Dream from ARMANI's playstyle, right? He did not go for Evo Chambers up until this moment in time. Only now does he have those 2 Evo Chambers. He made those Mutalisks so much earlier. And to be fair, I mean, it's keeping Dream on his side of the map. It's keeping him from doing drops and such, but at the same time, he's falling so far behind on these upgrades right now. Is it gonna matter though? Banelings, they don't care as much about the upgrades. Here we go. Let's see how they will be able to do. Oh, that is some pretty darn good connections. Oh, some good connections there as well. No SCVs have gone down just quite yet though. And yeah, I'm not sure if that was worth it. I really don't think that was worth it. Widowmine here. Ooh, getting on top of the Mutalisk. Kind of surprised he's not sending those Banelings into the mineral line. There he goes. Only 5? Only 5? Are you kidding me? How does that only get 5 kills? A little bit of crisis management there, perhaps, but... Alright, running back to his own side of the map. Ooh. What was that? Okay, both players. 11 more Mutalisk on the way. Upgrades, advantage. Let's see how long that is going to persist here. Of course, his Dream gonna immediately start up that +3/+3. That may be an amazing thing for him to do here, of course. If he does manage to acquire +3/+3 as quickly as he could here, potentially, he's going to be settled for so long with an upgrade advantage. It's going to be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And he could even get himself into a 4 upgrade advantage in total. Just waiting for it. To be fair, he needs to not die as well in the meantime. Having a lot of upgrades doesn't mean a lot if you don't have the units to back it up with. This is a good engagement here for Dream overall, but he is leaving his mineral line exposed because of this. Oh, the splitting needs to be good here. He's doing a really good job, actually. My dear lord, that was impressive marine control. He didn't just blindly split continuously. He was actually really trying to continuously back up just barely enough, snipe down as many banelings as possible. And then keep it going like that. Again, another wave of banelings. It looks like Armani just wants to finish this off. He wants to end the game here with his just Mutalisk baneling aggression continuously rolling in. And I don't think it's working. He's not really getting the trades that he's looking for. Look at that. Insane win of trade efficiency here for Dream. In he goes again. Better positioning on the Thors. A lot of banelings going into the Thors there. That is not what needs to be going on here. And there it is. GG is called. Armani. What is Armani do? What? What was that? What was that? I'm not the biggest fan of that play there. I'm not the biggest fan of that play. You know, it could have just worked, of course. Just going in with a lot of banelings continuously. Crashing into the Marines. If Dream didn't have the micro that he was showing right there against the banelings, that could have, of course, worked. That definitely could have worked. But, yeah, Armani staying on a low eco as well, relatively speaking. He never got up above the 70 worker count. He was keeping Dream on his side of the map. And maybe if Dream tried to be more aggressive himself as well, maybe Armani in that moment would have been able to kind of shut it down here and there. Who knows? Who knows? But, oh well. Was just trying to break Dream with the number of units. Yeah, that was clear. Like, it was not planning to take that into the late game. But, still a bit unfortunate there, I feel like. After attempt number 2 or 3, I suppose you don't have much of a chance anymore in the macro game because you're quite far behind on upgrades, you're behind on tech, you're behind on bases, economy, all that stuff. You may just feel forced to try it one more time, and it's just not going to look anywhere near as good as the previous one anymore. But yeah, that was those were his 2 options, right? Perhaps try it one more time. Or maybe a couple more times. Or try to just play from a position where he's behind in some of the other departments. Upgrades, tech, and economy. That's a lot of departments, actually. That's a scary amount. He feels so it was GG because Dream was ahead with upgrades and will, yeah, trade efficiency as well. Yep. Yep. Also, like, his control with the Marines, very, very impressive, right? Upgrades, they're good. Because the Marines, they do a lot more damage. They take less damage overall from Zerglings and Mutalisks. But if Banelings roll into them, they'll still die very, very quickly. Like, you don't suddenly need, like, 3 Banelings extra to kill a Marine. Or 2, you know? That's just not gonna happen. So it makes sense that Armani didn't go for the upgrades when he does go for that style. But, yeah. Oh well. Didn't work. The control on the Marines was just absolutely stellar. Very good. Very good stuff. Lightshade. Lightshade coming up. It's game number 2. Armani, is he going to lose this this group overall without taking a single victory here? That is something on the menu right now. If he doesn't win this one, he's going to leave with a 4-loss streak without a single victory at all in this tournament here. That would be a bummer for him, as, you know, a lot of people are expecting big things from him, and, well, it's not quite being delivered. It's not quite being delivered here. Here we are. Game number 2 in the best of 3 between a blue Zerg in the top left side. He is fighting for the Afrika Freaks. He is Armani. In the bottom right side, we got his opponents. It's the Red Terran player from the Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. Brave Star. The Brave Star Gamers. Brave Star is a cool team, I find. Afrika as well, of course. A lot of the... You know what? All the StarCraft teams are absolutely fantastic. But I like the Brave Star logo here. I've always thought that there should be another. Because there's one animal head to the front and two to the side. I always imagined there would be another animal head behind the animal heads, right? Never knew what it would be, but... Anyway, this is what I imagine, like a secret animal that we don't know about. Afrika Freaks, I would like them to update the thing as well in game so they actually have their logo in front of their bases. That would be nice. They have a really cool logo, in my opinion. The Afrika Freaks, pretty darn epic. A big mean reptile. Yeah, that would make sense, huh? Could be a wolf, something like that. Something that would fit. A killer whale. That would be cool. Maybe a platypus. That would be nice as well. They're fun, fun creatures. Alright. You know, the platypus actually the only mammal that lays eggs. It's crazy. A mammal that lays eggs. It's because they still produce milk for their young and they have hairs and such. Is why they still are considered as mammals. But they lay eggs, like chickens or ducks. Or other bird-like creatures. Is that Kozen I hear? Yes, it is, Tact Gaming. What's up? How you doing? Oh, you're having a good time? Enjoying some StarCraft II over here? Together with the gang? He gets in there. Achina. Wait, there's more mammals that lay eggs? I never knew. Achinas. What race do I play? I play both Terran and I play Zerg. I like to switch back and forth between the two. Sometimes I play Protoss as well, but not as much, not as much. Right, Armani here, making a bit of a move. Shit, nah. Wait, what is this? Feels like it's a troll trying to make me say things. No. Did I mess up? I don't even know. It's a mammal, guys. It's a mammal. I hope it's a mammal. Alright, so we're seeing Armani doing a lot of roach aggression here, right? This is the famous map for the roach attack because the third base is very open, a lot of open space. Can just push on in here. Shows wrong both times. I mean, you can't choose wrong when picking a race, guys. It's impossible. You just kind of play what you like. The races that you like. That's enough. Alright, so the roaches do get spotted right here. Oh, the wall, the wall. Come on, Marine, hold it. It's not going to be enough here. Circlings do manage to get in, and that is a rough situation. Hellions are trying to come back here, but they were busy trying to deal with the roaches that are also still on the way. And this bunker production, actually, that is not going to be completed now. Because of these Zerglings. That is quite the massive move. A siege tank pretty far off still as well. The bunker's not going to get completed. This may very well start to work out magnificently here because of that Zergling run by opening up the gates. And now the roaches in the front making quite the move as well. Okay, the bunker does get completed still. Did not manage to target that one down. A lot of supply depots up in flames though. Quite a good amount of these workers also dying, and Armani Behind this, just casually droning up. He's making the lay attack. He's got that third base economy. He's not just going all in. There's the Banshee finally being able to kind of stop this harassment from taking place. But 10 workers did go down. Let's take a look to supply depots as well. That's pretty darn impressive stuff here. Well done so far. Was it? I think it was okay. I think it was okay overall. I feel like it was. Alright, as long as he doesn't die anytime soon now, which I don't think he will. He killed off quite a few of those Hellions, and the Banshee did get spotted, so very unlikely that that is going to do a lot of damage. There's no cloak for it either, right? So even less likely that it's going to do damage. It's already half HP as well. He had a unit in the wall like a Protoss? Yeah, he did. He had a unit... You thought he was playing Protoss here. Dream. Dream picked the wrong race. I didn't pick the wrong race. Dream did. What is the wall he's making now as well? What is going on here? Is he going to try to wall off like this? Not seen that one before. It kind of makes sense, I suppose. Right? You can just have your army then kind of sitting here. A big, well, a tiny little choke here. Could work, potentially. Could work. 2 hatcheries being made. Macro hatchery at the 3rd base. Don't see that every day either, do you? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, I'm pretty certain that fight would have gone a bit more favorable for Dream. He would have lost less units if that Zergling attack initially didn't manage to come in there. Vikings still lurking around, trying to figure out if there's more Overlord sounds on the map. Pretty certain there are none anymore. Where are all the Overlords? Let's go Overlord hunting. Alright, well there they are. Big pile of balloons right there. Final moments of a Zergling. So for some of these creep tumors. No, banging speed. Where's banging speed? Okay, it's on the way. Not quite necessary anyway at this time. Yeah, Dream. How do you play this as Dream, right? How will you be able to kind of still make this a game? I think you just want to play a little bit more defensively. You're not going to move across the field as you're most likely to run into an overwhelming force. He's trying to play greedy here. He's getting himself up to another tech tree as well with the Widow Mines. Getting ready to play against Lingbane Mutalisk, which is where ARMANI is transitioning into. So a good read there from Dream, being able to get the scout on that and get everything together. And okay, so he is still going to try to get aggressive here. Was not expecting this with the Mutalisk already on the field. But who knows? Maybe he's going to be able to tie up that worker score here a little bit, right? Make it a bit more favorable overall. It's a scary thing to do, though, as the Mutalisk are just continuously trying to find packets of these medevacs floating around. Okay, so I can now look at the production tab. We got Burrow on the way. That's pretty cool. Good. Already the Hive Tech as well. ARMANI, all he's doing at the moment is taking control of his side of the map. He's being very greedy, and that is what he can afford to be. Is he being too greedy, though? Is he letting Dream get away with taking his side of the map a bit too easily as well here? I mean, the army supplies, they are remarkably similar. I'm not expecting a very favorable trade here for the Zerg if he does try to move into the Terran anymore. Unless if the Terran is getting caught off, of course. If he moves most of his forces to the top and then ARMANI suddenly rotates into the left side on the bottom. Definitely could work out in that remark, but... I'm not anticipating Dream to make a mistake like that, right? Such a crucial mistake. As sensor towers also. It's always good to see people utilizing whatever they can from their race. A lot of players, you know, like to skip them. Be like, you know what, that's quite a bit of money I could spend on something else. I'll just try to have a quicker reaction time. That's all. But in situations where you're not allowed to take negative trades and to make those sensor towers as well, make the investment there. I gotta say, I like it from Dream. He managed to get himself up to an 80 economy here in workers. His supply in army, not too bad either. And yeah, I mean, Armani definitely allowed Dream to make this quite a game again. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases right now though. It's not that many bases on, well, expansions I should say, on Lightshade to begin with, so... Tell me more about these sensor towers, they see things. It's the Terran Oracle. Inside of there's a little man with a crystal ball. And he knows, he can see what's coming. Inside of there is always a little zest. Just telling everyone what's about to happen. That's rough. This base going down here. Mutalisk also in the main base. That Thor is looking like it may go down as well. But in exchange for quite a few of those Mutalisks, on the top side, we do have a lot of these Banelings also rotating into the Thors and the Marauders. Not having favorable trades there either. Mutalisk still remain alive as well and kicking. Finding more damage. The Bioforces. I'm going to try to get rid of some of this creep. Army of Dreams still very, very strong here. Still 125 supply strong. Losing a couple of those workers may not have been the worst thing for him anymore. It really is just him trying to be as just powerful with his army as possible. Oh, that was a big Widowmine right there. A couple more Widowmines come in. Marauders on top of this base. Finding some damage. A lot of Ultralisk right now on the field as well. But there's... How many Marauders do we have? We have 16 Marauders. We got 2 Marauders at the same time being made. How many tech labs on barracks? That's always a good question right now. But difficult thing to try and figure out at the moment in time. I think we got a quick second here. How many? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's just 3. Okay, that's not a lot. If we do go very heavily into these Ultralisk, that may become a problem here. Alright, trying his best to just clean up those Mutalisk gears. Some Zerglings fall down as well. That is the real kicker. That is the real damage. That Planetary still not done. Immediately taking revenge for his base that did get cleaned up earlier. Alright. As Dream is spreading out with his bases, it seems like Armani is getting more of a potential to deal damage here. Let's take a look at the units lost tab though. Looks like that is... Oh, sorry. Yeah, looks like that is still going a little bit into the favor for Dream. Also, you know what? Careful with those landmines. Yeah, I'm impressed with how well Armani is still taking these trades. Doing a really good job. Dream with his infrastructure here as well, though, not allowing those Ultralisk to really get maximum amounts of damage dealt. Mutalisk again into the main base. They got +2 attack. Can deal quite quickly with those missile turrets. Are they going to fly over these Marines, though? Yes, they will. Ooh, losing only 1 there, I believe. 1 or 2. We still have these Baneling landmines. Yeah, they are still there. Couple of Marauders here, targeting the wrong units. Thor drops. Armani really giving it his all. He's making quite a bit of headway here. I'd say is finding a bit of success, a bit more success than he did in game number 1 at least. Denying Dream more bases and continuing onwards with this, well, almost 7 bases. in total. This fight right now is basically, can Dream secure another expansion? Can he get himself up to the same base count as ARMANI? Or is ARMANI just going to be able to continuously trade wave after wave and deny Dream these extra bases, running Dream's economy dry? It could happen. Dream's army supply, though, it is very terrifying right now, guys. 142 supply. It's almost, well, 50% as big as the one of ARMANI. As I say that, of course, Banelings get fan-bloody-tastic connections into these Marines right here. They do shut down quite a bit of that army supply, but very quickly, Dream will be able to remake quite a bit, it would appear. On top of that, ramp is going to be a tough location for these Ultralists to try and engage. Oh, Zerglings on the other side, though, blocking the pathway for overall micro for these Marines and Marauders. A lot of the manifacts there being picked off as well. Dream's army advantage seems to be going up in flames as ARMANI takes more great engagements here, taking out another base here as well. It seems like Dream, yeah, sure, he did manage to get a couple of bases killed off as well on the other side. Well, actually just one, and denying this one, I suppose, as well, but ARMANI really taking the bigger punches well, making the bigger punches right now. Widow Mines onto Ultralisk, never really what you like to see. Planetary still making a bit of a fight here, though, of course. But the Mutalisk are standing quite tall and proud, dealing with quite a bit of the forces here. Is ARMANI going to overextend? I don't think he will. I'm pretty certain he should have this one right now. If not, at this exact moment, he still has 4K minerals in the bank, 1K gas, can make quite a big, nice influx of units. You may want to consider remaking some of those workers as well. And then try to go in again, because he did deal an enormous amount of damage to the economy of Dream here. The one way I see him losing this is by trading super inefficiently, continuously with these Ultralists, trying to finish off an opponent without actually getting himself back up to 200 supply again, which is a threat, right? It is a threat. It's a small threat, to be sure, but it is a threat. Dream did secure these the top right side as well, right? I mean, maybe he did lose this base right here, but his first initial third base, but these other bases in the top right side, a lot more healthy, a lot more mining to be made over there. This is looking like a fantastic play, though. Ultralisk and Zerglings getting themselves on top of the production here. Oh, the Marauders as well being found out by the Mutalisk. Ultralisk micro going on absolutely everywhere. And with ARMANI getting on top of the production, I'm pretty certain that that was the final piece of the puzzle. GG. Alright, well done. Well done. Ultralisk micro, A-move. I mean, not entirely. He can't just A-move because of the Marauders doing the stuff as well, so you gotta spread them out. You gotta spread them out, you gotta get behind those buildings as well, otherwise they will just attack the buildings, they'll get stuck behind buildings. And, well, there was anti-Ultralisk micro as well, quite a bit. Quite a bit. Probably more Marauder micro there. I'll give you that one. But that is a tied up series right now for ARMANI and Mr. Dream. Same with Banelings, they claim non-A move. That's right, it's not an A move. You don't A move with Banelings. I mean, if you do, you are gonna lose most of your Banelings rolling into Thors or Marauders. Or Widow Mines. You gotta split Banelings against splitting Marines. That as well. You gotta split them, and you gotta split against the Widow Mines as well. You gotta, like, I don't know. I'm not going into this discussion. If you think that's an A move race, you don't play this game. I'd say. You have not played this game efficiently or enough overall to really understand it. It's not a single race that just A moves. There's situations where an A move is enough to win a game, but usually then other things already happened that were not just A moves. Or somebody's just way better than another opponent. But yeah, alright. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. Guys, come on. Say Armani has played so well that you could just A move there. I still don't think it is A moving there though, to be fair. There's some of it for sure. For certain, but like you still gotta manage those Mutalisk. He still was continuously moving everything. Kinda A-moving here and there. Sure, you have components of your army that is A-moving, but yeah. Alright. I'm gonna shut up about it. Here we go. Another game. In the top left side, we got ourselves a red Zerg player fighting for the Afrika Freaks. He is Armani. Am I new to the StarCraft II community? I mean, no, it's just a little bit of in-between time, and, you know, sometimes people just say the dumbest things, and I'm like, well, but. That's alright, it's alright. In the bottom right side, we got ourselves a blue Terran player for the Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. Move along. Thank you. People will always say any race is a move, so yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Alright, anyway, let's see what's happening here. Let's see what is happening here. We got a tied up series. Dream trying to hold on there for the longest time, but just getting pulled apart by the Mutalisk, by the Ultralisk Banelings and Zerglings on the top side. As he was trying to get his expansions going, he just kind of started hitting more and more obstacles along the way. Now, Romanticide, it's a place where you can get a couple more bases and be a little bit more secure overall, I would say, as opposed to a map like Lightshade. A lot of the bases very far away, tucked away in those corners. Lightshade, you still have some bases that are in the corners, and they are very important for the late game, but they are in a position where either of these players can take these bases, right? It becomes more of a battle over these expansions, and you got yourselves, let's take a look, 1, 2, 3 bases right over here that are fairly easy to take and defend together, and then these 2 bases over here in front of it as well. It's gonna bring you up to 6 bases where you can relatively have your army in 2 locations and defend this all right. You'll be able to do okay against it. So, I think this is going to be a bit of an easier time here for Dream if we do get a similar situation that we saw in the previous game. Now, there is a Overlord speed coming in as well here for Armani. Armani will be able to get as much scouting done as he would like to. Maybe he's anticipating a bit more of a interesting build here out of Dream, perhaps. Wants to ensure that he's not being battle cruised or something like that. What he is being is getting Widowmined here. Widowmine drops on the way. I mean, he gets it. He does get it. Does have to show his Widowmines. Another Overlord comes in as well. He's going to be able to see, actually, the armory on the way here. Now he should know what he's kind of up against. This is a very, very strong style that we've kind of seen gain more traction and popularity from the Terran players, where they are incorporating a lot more of these Widowmine drops into their play. This is how we saw Cure in the King of Battles as well, of course. where we were lucky enough to have Rushy right there as well, of course. Rushy, what's up, my man? Joining in, and yeah, we saw Cure utilizing this to an enormous effect against players such as Raynor and Serral, being able to take both of them out quite handily. Are we going to see similar things right now? Let's wait and see. There's no Spore Crawler here just quite yet. There's no Overseer here available either, so it's going to be a moment before this Spore Crawler is done. I think that should be okay, though. And a Roach attack. Is that actually a Roach attack coming in here? It's a little bit. Is it not? I'm not quite sure if this is going to be an all-in, though. I don't think it will be. He's not making any more drones. He stopped his mining. That could be a problem. Oh, 2, 3 more. Where are all his drones? Okay, yeah, he's not really prioritizing mining anymore. He's just coming in here. He's going to try to finish this off right here, right now. So maybe those roaches are just there to try and deal with the mines a bit easier. Maybe that would have been an interesting strategy. But instead, he will try to just go in for the aggression here. With the mines not that great at defending against these roaches or Zerglings. Well, Zerglings a bit better, of course, but not if they're across the map. Single siege tank here will be able to utilize this wall as efficiently as possible. I'm going to try to get some connections here. One supply depot at the top is going to fall. Create an opening for those Zerglings to perhaps try and get the wraparound on that siege tank. Oh, I love this. Oh, the reposition on the command center, making another bit of a wall here. Look at that. That was very, very cool to see. Not allowing more of a surface area on top of that bunker now because of this. Command center had to be repositioned again, though. Gotta be careful. Great micro overall here from Dream, but we'll lose that supply depot as well. Another siege tank on the high ground. A Overlord is spotting for it, though. It's going to be able to be biled down here. More Overlords are in production. Did we see more drones as well being created? It doesn't feel like we've had any type of reinforcements coming in anymore for a while. Yeah, Armani went back into drone production here. He's not been able to do a lot of drone or economic damage. He's killed 6 workers in total. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I don't know. We have that tech lab on the factory right now as well. Ooh, was that enough for the tank? Yes, it is. Layer attack on the way is also. Right, quite an interesting position we have right now. Armani, I don't think that did really enough to, you know what, make up for the investment into all those Ravagers and the Roaches. Ravagers, they cost a ton of gas. It's going to put your upgrades way behind your tech as well, right? Only now getting that layer attack around the 7 minutes. It's not going to have any type of banelings here whatsoever against the bio forces that are coming in for Dream here. I think Dream may just be able to push in and deal quite a bit of damage against the Zerg player. The Queens will need to be on top of that transfusions. Biles will have to land correctly. Is Dream actually going to try to push in here? No, it's going to just back up. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Did take a bit of damage on that medevac. Does not want to try and take a risk there with a fight that he may or may not win. 2 more barracks and a 4th base already on the way for Dream as well. He's going to try to take his advantage in a different direction. Just be the player that's a bit more greedy here. As Armani, he's kind of stuck on the roach stack at the moment. We'll have to continue making more roaches. It's an awkward position in particular because, well, he's not 100% certain if Dream is coming across the field here or not. He doesn't have a lot of scouting information right now. He doesn't know that there's a 4th base on the way and such, of course. He has to be playing quite a bit careful here. Only on 69 workers and he's going with roaches still. He doesn't have a Hydra Den. I think that would be the next step here for his tech tree. That would make sense to me. And then try to get himself into the Lurkers as quickly as possible to have some sort of an army that does better against the Well, in the odds, when the odds are against him. Right. Okay, so Armani, he's not taking any damage himself either, right? At least not yet. There are 2 medevacts coming in here, but he's got a pretty good defensive setup. Looks like he is aware of these attacks. He's pulling some drones here and there. Oh, actually, this could be quite a couple extra drones going down. That is a ton of extra drones going down, targeting them very nicely. 13 of them. Very much worth it. Coming in here at the front as well. Overlords, creep tumors, anything that is not nailed to the ground is going to be picked off right now. 17 workers in total going into the early grave. As Dream... Was there another drop here? I think that may have been taken out. Okay. That's some solid stuff again here. 57 workers remaining for Armani, and he's still just making roaches. He's still just making ravages. I don't see a really clear way for Armani to take this anymore right now. Unless if he lends all his biles perfectly, right? That would be a way to do it. But he needs to make something happen here right now, and it's gonna be a tough ask. It's gonna be a very tough ask. This base, you may as well just float it back right now, Dream. You don't need it. You don't need to mine there. You don't need to commit to that position. He's gonna lose the Roach Warren as well. That was this one unit. The one unit that is making 3 drops going on at the same time is pulling Armani back across the field again. He's trying to deal with this when the time is ticking. He can't afford to just be running around trying to deal with these drops without anything to actually shoot the medevacs. He's got a couple of queens here. Okay, does manage to deal with that one. Maybe a Nidus worm, like a Nidus network. He's got some overseers and overlords in around the main base. That's one way, perhaps, to make something happen here. But oh man, this is Armani really trying to scrape the barrel here. There's the Nidus worm. All right, a lot of roaches. Is it being spotted by Dream here? I don't think it is. He's more so focused on the big fight at the front side. He has more than enough bio to clean that up, of course, but that Nidus is getting ready. That sound cannot be a nice sound to hear right now for Dream. Alright, we'll be able to deal efficiently with the units at the front, of course. Roaches, it's not that many of them, but it is enough to try and pick off the straggling tanks coming out of the... Actually, it's not even. He gets one of them. More roaches and ravagers coming out here as well. He put up 2 Nidus worms. One in the front of the 4th base and one in the main base. Oh, the siege tanks are positioned now, though. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. GG is called. Well played there by Dream, managing to take out Armani.